as some people are concerned. I'm sure the two guys to my right-hand side will disagree with that, and they felt that the fight was only going one way. And then the two chaps to my far left will argue the other way. So it's just one of those fights that we had to do again. Both the guys wanted it again to prove who is the number one, not just in the country, but who deserves that world title shot, which the winner will earn by securing a victory on Saturday. We've got Liam and Liam. The winner will be mandatory for the winner of Cotto and Ali, and if should Cotto win, the title becomes vacant, and one of the winners on Saturday will fight for that vacant title. So there's a lot on the line, not just pride, glory, but also a world title shot. And very, very much looking forward to it.
And it's always special as well when there's a bit of spice, isn't it? I mean, it's fair to say you'll hear the two lads speaking in a few minutes' time, but there's not a lot of blood lost.
No, and I think that's been true since the first fight was made, if not before. I remember, I think Liam Smith had a win at the smaller venue. The name of the venue escapes me, but it was the small venue in Liverpool. What was that one? The one that closed down? Olympia, that's the one. And I think it was actually John did the post-fight interview and mentioned Liam Williams' name then. And the Liam to my right said, I'm leaps and bounds above Liam Williams. I'm focusing on getting a world title shot. Liam Smith did that, and now, I'm sure Liam Williams believes he's caught up with, I keep having to use their full names, Liam Smith, and we'll see who deserves that world title shot after the fight on Saturday.
Well, we'll talk in more detail about that, and also hear from the two trainers, Gary Lockett and Joe Gallagher, as well, their thoughts on what's going to be an intriguing fight as well, and also the circumstances of the first fight, because we're going to have to revisit that. But before that, let me introduce you to the guys on the front row. We've got a heavyweight contest. They're going to be fighting for the vacant WBC International Silver title, correct?
Correct.
And that's between Nathan Gorman, who's undefeated fighter, who's with the Ricky Hatton stable, up against a German visitor who's down here to the left, Mohammed Saltby. We've got an IBF European Super Lightweight title fight between Josh Leather, who's down here, up against the Pride of Sunderland, Glenn Foote, which is going to be an outstanding fight, I'm sure. And the two fellows right in front of me are going to be battling it out for the British Super Bantamweight title. Thomas Patrick Ward defending his belt against Sean Davis from Birmingham, Thomas from County Durham. So plenty of local interest there as well. Let's start with the heavyweights. Nathan, looking forward to this one? Tell us what you're expecting, what you're going to do.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Mohammed's a good fighter. I've watched a fair of his videos. He's 13-0, same knockout ratio as me. He's a good technical boxer, and I'm fighting for my first major title, so I'm just looking forward to Saturday.
And Mohammed, what do you know about Nathan? Have you seen anything of him?
Nathan, first of all, hello everybody. Nathan is a great fighter, a young fighter, 10-0. As he told right now, 8 knockouts as me. Yeah, I'm ready for Saturday. I prepared myself very. I worked hard for it, and it's a good title for the beginning. And yeah, man, looking forward for Saturday.
And Nathan, I mean, there's so much on the line. The heavyweight division is fascinating at the moment, and you're potentially getting right into the mix.
Definitely, win this title Saturday, it'll put me right in there with them big names, because as you said, it's a good time to be a part of the heavyweight division. It's booming worldwide and Britain alone, so if I win this title Saturday, it'll be putting me right in the mix, so yeah.
Are you ready to get in the mix with the big guys at some stage? Is that, how far away do you think you are from that? Obviously you've got to get past Mohammed first.
Yeah, of course, my full focus is on Mohammed Saturday. Get past him first, and I reckon I'll be ready for any of the heavyweights then.
Okay, we'll see. And what about you, Mohammed? What's your big ambitions?
Yeah, first of all, I have to win this title, and then we can talk. Then we can see what kind of opportunities I'm going to have. The management. Of course, I'm fully focused on the fight on Saturday. I'm taking the fight serious, and yeah, First time I have to win, I will do everything to win this title and take the title, of course. It's a good fight.
Now the fight between Josh and Glenn for the IBF European Super Lightweight title. Josh defending, and a little bit of northeastern rivalry, to put it mildly. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, Josh?
Yeah, very just ready as ever. I've had a great camp, and I'm ready to do the business on Saturday night and see what he's doing. You know
that Glenn is a tough guy, and you've got to be expecting him to come here absolutely at his best, aren't you?
Yeah, it's tough, but I feel like I'm a lot better boxer than him. I'm sharper than him, and it's going to feel like punching on Saturday night.
What do you think, Glenn? What's your thoughts on this fight?
Oh, you're the way he talks, he's punched up to start with. But I tell you what, I want to hear that many times when I think surrounded. You idiot. You see what you're boxed? You're a proper little pudding. I want to punch your face off. You little mug.
Say about that,
You little mug. Look how you're boxed, man.
Look how you're boxed. Who did you box? That's fight 8 and 0.
Look how you're boxed.
I got beat by 8 and 0.
I've looked up, you've had one proper fight. You've had one proper fight, you've burnt out. You've burnt out. You've had 10 fights against bums. I think one of them had 147 fights, won 7. That's how you're boxed, man. Yeah. Listen, any of these can beat them fellas, man. Listen, you little mug, I want to punch your face off. What's what I get? You little mug. Shit out.
Interesting.
Shit out.
Josh, do you recognise that this guy for you is a step up from where you've been fighting before?
When I beat him, brother beat him. After that.
I'll fight the two in the same night, man, you muppets. Just muppets. You mug. I'm going to punch your lips off. You'll see. Yeah. Yeah. Shit out.
Shit out. I'm ready to go now.
Moving on.
Listen, you fucking
Leave it for Saturday night, boys.
Saturday.
Middlesbrough played Sunderland last weekend, didn't they?
Yeah, Middlesbrough won.
This is not football, this is boxing. Different league.
Anyway, moving on. Moving on.
You believe me? You're not going to try. I'm going to break your fucking heart. I'm going to break your heart.
Me and you.
Have you got a heart?
Yeah.
Have you? We'll find out. We'll find out.
You can't see the gym, you can't see the gym. That's
Who,
why
who decided to put the two smallest lads in the middle of this?
Which brings us on to the next fight, which is the British Super Bantamweight title fight between Sean Davis, who you just heard there, who's going to be challenging Thomas Patrick Ward, Durham lad. And I mean, you boxed brilliantly last time out. Tommy, what's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, like last time out was a good performance, but we've got a new opponent there, Sean Davis, who's obviously looking to win. I've heard about him, and but we're just out there now on Saturday night to go out there and put on a good show for the fans. This is a cracking bill that we're on, some fantastic fights on it, and I'm just really looking forward to Saturday night, putting on a good show.
What's your thoughts, Sean? You're not going to hit him, are you? Not now.
I can't believe that they've sat us right in the middle of this. Bloody hell, you should have put the two big lads here instead, you know. Yeah, cracking bill. Thanks to BoxNation, Frank Warren for getting us on. It's a massive opportunity for me. You know, Thomas Patrick Ward, you know, he's a great champion, and I think every fighter, when you turn pro, you know, the belt that you really want deep down is that British title. You know, every British fighter that puts on a pair of gloves, that's the one you want. And I've done everything I possibly can during camp. Dedicating myself 100%, and I'm feeling really good. And you know, like Thomas says, we're going to go out there on Saturday and give a really good show of ourselves.
Well, those are going to be excellent fights on the undercard, building up to the main event, which is between the two guys either side of myself and Francis. I think it's probably as good to start with the trainers as anybody else. Gary, start with. We'll start with you, talking about the first fight. what were the circumstances of the ending there? Because you said that was enough, basically. You pulled Liam out.
Yeah. Well, you know, it was a good fight when it happened, and obviously Liam boxed really well. I think Liam Smith come into it a little bit more, going into the 7th round, started to go forward a little bit more, throw a few more shots. I think, look, you know, we all know what happened. You know, there was a headbutt in the 9th round, and that's why I ended proceedings. I mean, you know, it was blood spurting out of the cut. You see the way he reacted when the head went in, and you know, it was then he started to fall apart after reacting like that. You don't react to a punch like that, do you? You know, his head went straight back, and there's blood spurting out of the cut, and you know, the referee did nothing to protect him, and you know, I felt I had to protect him and pull him out, and I think, you know, safety has to be the priority, you know, and all this, like, you know, warrior stuff, yeah, I'm into that, but as a coach and as a trainer, you know, the safety of the fighter has to be the priority, and sending a fighter out who can't really see, and his blood spurting out of his eye and going in his eye, I just don't think that's the right thing to do, so pulled him out, and we're here again 7 months later and the fight again.
Joe, how did you see the end of the fight? How it unfolded? I mean, Liam was coming on stronger, as Gary admits. How did you see the end of it?
Very much echoing like Gary said there. It was a good fight. Both kids had the moments in the fight, and it's well documented there that Liam was beginning to come on strong down the straight. Everyone knows that's Liam's type of fight, and that was it. I can't really comment on what the decision was made in Gary's corner, but I echo his sentiments. The safety and well-being of the fighters is paramount at all times, and they live to fight another day, and that's it. But like you say, we're here again and we're ready to do it Saturday night.
Well, let's start with the man alongside you then, Liam. You ready for this one? Ready to go again?
Yeah, ready. You know, the last fight's done now. We're here a couple of days away from this fight, so everything should just be looked towards this one.
I've got to ask you, the headbutt, was it a deliberate ploy? Did you do it deliberately?
Like I said before, it was 4 or 5 months ago. If you keep doing something to me, expect it back, and whether it was a retaliation or not, I couldn't give a shite. If it was a butt, an elbow, it was what it was. There's more of a chance we're going in there, we're going to get cut than we're not going to get cut, and the bottom line was the minute he got cut, he panicked.
So you don't regret anything?
No, no.
Bottom line is you panicked. Is that true?
No, I obviously disagree with that. I mean, heads were coming together quite a lot, you know, and I'll hold my hand up, I played my fair part as well, but no, intentionally, we both had our hands up, we were coming in together, and obviously clashing heads a fair amount of time, so, but the finishing one was, I don't know, it's hard to say that it was deliberate, because I wouldn't like to accuse him of really, you know, making it deliberate, but it certainly looked that way and it felt that way to me. So, but, you know, that's all I can say. And again, as Liam said, that was 7 months ago. I think we should focus on Saturday night.
Okay, so what about it this time round then, boys? It's you know, I mean, you first time, Liam, I think you'd admit that your preparations weren't quite as good as they might have been. You had weight issues. What about this time?
Yeah, this time we've had a good, clean, you know, healthy camp, and it'll be a lot better than last time, put it that way. And you know, that's all I can really ask. I think a better Liam Smith comes into the fight earlier and makes it the fight it was last time.
So you'll be looking to put your foot on the gas from word go? Just start
from the off. It was very, I said before, it didn't take a good fighter to be ahead of me 6 rounds in the last fight. It was, when I say I'm going to start, I don't mean I'm just going to walk out now and then walk at Lee Williams and, you know, make it a war from round 1, but you know, he didn't really have to think much last time. When he's got to think now, and you know, when he's got a better, sharper Liam Smith in front of him, that's when the wars will come in quicker than it did last time.
Did you underestimate him last time?
No, I didn't. I said that the slow start and flat start was not by choice. It was, you know, physically, and it was what I kind of took out of myself on the week of the fight. And you know, people on the top table tell you they're all dealt with weight, and when you do things are done. I was very flat, and no matter what, if I wanted, like in my own mind, say right, pick her up now, let's go. It was not by choice of a slow start. I was physically flat, and you know, I changed into a kind of a dogfight really.
So what sort of a fight can we expect this time, Liam?
It's going to be very competitive. It's going to be competitive earlier, as he said. He did start slow last time. I had a good start. I just think, I don't know. It's going to be a very competitive fight. It's going to catch fire earlier, and you know, I think everybody's going to be in for a treat. So
How are you physically compared with last time?
I'm in a lot better shape this time round. Obviously, I'm going to say that. Most people would, but I've prepared a lot better this time. Changed a few things up, nothing major, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a lot more prepared this time. I'm definitely ready for a lot. I'm going to be ready for a lot busier Liam Smith.
What's going to be the key? Where's it going to be won or lost?
I believe, obviously as a fighter, I believe I'm the best, so it don't matter which way the fight goes, I just think I'm going to have something to answer, and you know, I'm sure he's got other plans, but it's just going to make for a very good fight.
Liam, where do you think it's decided? Hard?
Yeah.
And you think you've got a big one?
Yeah, I said last time he's a good fighter. He'll be competitive early with you know, many like middleweights in the world. Obviously, a fresh, good Liam Williams is going to be competitive early on, but the minute gets tougher, and the minute he starts tiring again, because he's still got all them questions to be answered. He's still never done 12. You know, his head hits the pillow every night. He knows he was fucked last time. You know, whether he says he can piss the last 3 rounds or not is irrelevant. Everyone in the room knows he was tired, and he's got them questions to answer. So, you know, I think as soon as the walls come in on, you know, touching on what Gary said, there's a massive chance, small chance he's going to open, that cut's going to open again, and he's going to get cut in this fight. So, you know, the question is, if that cut comes open again, why is he going to pull him out again? And I just think they've got the questions to answer, not me.
Any thoughts on that?
Yeah,
Every time your head hits the pillow?
No, that's, you know, it hasn't bothered me one bit, to be honest. So it was, as Gary said, he was turning up in the fight. Always does. We expected that. We had 9 minutes. You know, we had 3 rounds to go. It was never going to be easy. Obviously, 3 rounds when you're starting to get tired, it's never easy after 9 rounds, you know. But I definitely believe I could have gone through it. And this time, I'm a lot more prepared anyway. So I don't believe I'm not even going to be feeling the pace.
Let's open it up to questions from the floor, from people here. Tremendous build that you're going to be able to watch on BoxNation and BT this Saturday night. And all the lads are here. Let's have a few questions from the floor. Anybody?
We're live on the BoxNation Facebook page, and we've got a question from Nathan Carter for Joe. If Liam Smith had the same cut that Liam Williams had, would you have pulled Liam Smith out of the fight?
I tell Nathan Carter to watch the fight. Liam Smith had a horrendous cut in round 3 and carried on another 6 rounds with it.
No, he would not, so I wouldn't allow it.
Would you have pulled, had Liam been cut as badly as this Liam was in that would have been that 8th, 9th round? What would you have done?
No, you wouldn't, because I wouldn't allow it.
You wouldn't?
No.
Probably answers the question, Dave.
Yeah, we've got another one here from Chris Gooch, who's asking Liam Smith, you say you're going to start more efficiently this time. What actually are you going to do differently to what you did in the first fight to ensure you get a better start?
Not much differently, as in, you know, for myself. Obviously we've been in the ring together, so I know what things Liam Williams does well, but just me starting from round 1, it's just a sharper, fresher, you know, more punch output, more head movements, sharp on my feet. You know, I was none of them things last time, so that's what I mean by start earlier. I don't mean I'm just going to run for Liam and you know, make it a war from round 1.
But that's what, again, he contradicts himself so many times. He's done one interview saying he would have pissed the last 3 rounds, then he's done another one saying he wouldn't have won the fight anyway, and he was tired and he couldn't see. So from my point of view, why did he tire so easily in a fight that was so comfortable for him? So that's another question.
Any more? Any more, anybody?
I will speak up at once.
There are still tickets available for Saturday, and that's Saturday, Francis. And
there are still some tickets available. Go to eventing.co.uk, frankwarren.com, and from the Metro Radio Arena.co.uk. I just want to obviously thank our sponsors as well, 32 Red, Foot Asylum and Rain Steel.
Yep, and it's great to be back here in Newcastle doing a big show. There've been some tremendous fights, some tremendous fight nights up here in years gone by, and I think there's every indication this is going to be another tremendous night. So if you can't actually get a ticket and be there in person, remember that it's going to be live on BoxNation and BT Sport. So enjoy the fun. We'll we've got another question.
Yeah, one more from Bob Day. He's asking for Liam Williams, how much does it play in your mind that you haven't gone 12 rounds? Does that come into your mind on fight night?
No, it don't bother me because I've been doing it over and over in the gym anyway. I know it's different with the lights on you and a big crowd, and obviously a very good fighter in front of you, such as Liam Smith. Got to give him credit for that. He's good, but I mean, the stamina that won't be an issue. I've been really putting the work in, and we'll only find out Saturday, won't we?
I've got a question just based on what we saw with Josh and Glenn earlier. Where did that come from? Has there been some disrespect? Has someone said something?
Disrespecting me. Who you box mugged? I'm a legal above and I'll
He's disrespecting me then, isn't he?
I will, because you're a mug.
You're mug as well then?
Yeah.
We'll see you on Saturday night when it's back.
We'll see.
Thanks for that one, Dave.
Ask him another one, Dave.
You can take the pictures when they go face to face in a minute. Anyway, thank you very much for coming, and all the lads here will be available for one-on-one interviews with the various television cameras, radio, etc. And I think we'll attempt to do some photographs in a moment or two.